Okay.
All right. So, how many of you recall the movie Grease? It was released in 1978, and it has been a huge success ever since. Danny Zuko is like the main character of the movie, and he is the typical greaser. Greasers are a subculture that developed in the southern and eastern United States in the 1950s to 1960s, and really still to this day they're still popular or whatever. Um, they're a group. They were created as a group of working class gang youth. Um, they were rebellious, defiant, disobedient, etc. Those are all like little descriptors of who they were. The term was derived from the mid 19th century and from California's enactment of the Greaser Act in 1855. The term was also used as a derogatory term towards Mexicans and Italians, mainly because they worked on grease carts, and that was the only job that they could find after World War II. They're also more lower class than Sox, which were more of a higher social class. Greasers stood out and wanted to be noticed. They basically went against what society's norms. After World War II, a lot of men, of course, went to work with they dressed up in suits and stuff. Well, greasers didn't follow all of society's norms, so they dressed like they did, which was, leather jackets, tight-fit t-shirts, and all that. They didn't really follow rules. A few examples of that is they stole items, and they drank, smoked, fought each other. They also, fun fact, stole other greasers' women. They were bored mostly, and that's why they acted out the way that they did. They were the first type of street gang, really. Most street gangs nowadays are into drugs and violence, but they were not. They were kind of, they did fight, but, it was just more out of boredom than anything. According to Weekly, they had a fashion trend that they went by. Their fashion trend was black leather jackets, tight-fitted shirts, hair slicked back, blue jeans, Converse, or work boots. They also wore black leather gloves, chain wallets, and bandanas. They were known for their look. They back then apparently they kind of resembled policemen. I mean, I didn't really find pictures of that, but apparently policemen wore leather jackets, and I don't know. They listened to certain music, rock and roll. That was their big choice of music, and they also did the doo-wop. They listened to that a lot. They were from poor areas. They were not wealthy. Like I said, the Sox, they were kind of like a different group. They were more so the wealthy, higher social class. They were more rough around the edges, and they weren't really liked by a lot of people. That was mainly because they went against society's norms. They were also referred to as hoods because of the rough areas that they hung around in. That was, according to study.com, they were referred to as hoods. So in conclusion, greasers are very intriguing, rebellious people. They a lot of times were misunderstood, but like I said, they come from lower class, so they didn't really have the opportunity for great education. So I feel like they were more misunderstood than anything. But they just wanted to make a statement, and obviously they did with their attitude and their fashion. And they just basically wanted to stand up for what they believed in and what they thought they wanted to do. So that's that.